of Lee Griffiths. He's a goal scorer, but I think just something different where we've seen Moussa Dembele really tearing the central defenders apart in the semi-final. I think Hodgson has that little bit more strength and physique than what Lee does, and I think you've seen that why he was having a great time today, and he proved that, getting a couple of goals and getting an assist.
Well, it has been absolutely tremendous. We are going to go down trackside now where Jerry McCulloch and Simon Donnelly are soaking up the champions' atmosphere.
What a performance that was, a 5-star performance that gives Celtic 7 in a row, the magnificent 7. Simon, 3-0 at half-time. You said yourself you didn't think Celtic were just going to keep it tight in the second half. What a performance that was.
No, I predicted 5 at half-time, it turned out to be 5, but quite easily could have been more. I think we took our foot off the gas last 20 minutes there. There was chances in the second half, it could have been a lot more than 5, but what a performance for Celtic today.
I know the manager and the players and the supporters were disappointed with the performance and the result at Easter Road last weekend, but to miss out on a day like today in a special atmosphere and a wonderful performance like that, this just makes it all this more sweet.
I said at the start of the show, you know, the boys would be looking forward to this stage, coming out here in front of 50,000 plus Celtic supporters against their biggest rivals to win the title. It's what everybody dreams of, you know, Celtic players, Celtic fans. Last week's performance, you know, teed this up. It wasn't ideal, but, you know, don't take away from anything from this today. The performance here and the fans experiencing this to get the 7th title.
Stay with us, we'll get the manager here live on Celtic TV. We're just waiting for the players and the management team to come back out onto the pitch. What an incredible atmosphere it is here at Celtic Park. Simon Donnelly, who are the standout performers for you today?
There was no failures, but the young lad leading the line up front, Edward, you know, spoke before the game about how I like Griffiths. The boy, that's the best I've seen the boy play, you know, he really led the line well, took his goals well. Rogic, a joy to watch. McGregor, you know, the homegrown talent, him and Tierney down the left. It wasn't a failure, Jerry, but these are the guys, you know, the flair players at that end of the park. Then you've got the defenders there, the clean sheet for them as well. Just an all-round fantastic performance, and it quells any question of, you know, the likes of Rangers getting close to Celtic. A million miles away just now.
It's been a number of years since Celtic got the chance to wrap up the title here at Celtic Park in front of their own fans. Simon, you were here back in '99, that horrible day where Rangers ended up doing the huddle down in front of their fans. This is just something special, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Unfortunately, the year before I was here in '98, you know, and the hairs on the back of my neck are standing up just now with this, because this is what the players work for every season. This is what they strive for. The start of the season, get into pre-season training, and the work throughout the season to get this, to get the title again. The seventh in a row.
What an incredible set of supporters we have here at Celtic Football Club. The supporters and the team were one this afternoon and getting this 7th title in a row. It's been difficult at times, but Celtic have been the one dominant force throughout the season, and the result in the end, it typifies this Celtic team, this resilience that this Celtic team has had this season. And of course, Simon, we're now just one win away from one win against Motherwell, away from an incredible double treble, which has never been done.
Yeah, and I think they'll get it. I think they'll get it. The performances, every time a question's been asked, as I say, going back to the last 3 Rangers games, the one at Ibrox, the destruction at Hampden, and then today, you know, it's fantastic to see, and I think they're going to go to Hampden and beat Motherwell and get the back-to-back treble, which, as you say, never been done before. What an effort for the team.
Coming into the second half then, you said yourself there was no chance of Celtic sitting back, but to get a couple of quick goals, Callum McGregor once again getting on that score sheet. He loves playing against Rangers.
He's one of my favourites, McGregor, you know, just he plays in that position. He can play anywhere. I've seen him play left back here at Celtic. He's a fantastic football player, you know, and he's had a great season. He's popped up with some goals against Rangers, important goals. The finish at Hampden the other week, as I said, I didn't appreciate at the time how difficult a finish it was until I seen it in the telly. Just a wonderful player.
We're about to welcome the 7 in a row champions back out here onto the Celtic Park pitch. You'll see them coming in behind me, and I'll let you, in fact, why don't we have a look at these boys as they come back out with their, I'll get out of the way, with their magnificent 7 on their shirts. What an incredible performance it has been this afternoon from the Celtic players. Mikael Lustig limping somewhat, he picked up an injury in the second half, but it's been an incredible performance not just from the 11 on the pitch, but the whole squad. And it's only right that they come out here and celebrate in front of that, or behind that sponsors board. There isn't one Celtic fan who has left here at Celtic Park. Everybody is waiting to celebrate this. Of course, the trophy won't be presented today. The trophy will be presented on the final day of the season, back here at Paradise against Aberdeen. But this is where it happened. Yet another memorable occasion. There have been so many memorable occasions, Simon, in the history of Celtic Football Club, and this is one that will be added to that. People in years to come will talk about and will say, were you there at the 5-0 game? And everyone will know what game they're talking about.
Yeah, and I'm sure there'll be a video quite quickly in the Celtic shop about this one today, because they've done it in style. Against Rangers, here at Celtic Park, an absolute dominant display from Celtic today.
It's a beautiful day, right enough. The song playing out over the tannoy here, the fans all joining in with it as well. The sun has come back out. It threatened to rain in the second half, but the sun is back out at the opportune moment, and it's wonderful to see. Let's hear it for the 7 in a row champions. Magnificent Celtic, magnificent 7. While we wait for the manager Brendan Rodgers, let me hand back to Paul Cuddihy and Tom Boyd in the commentary box.
Incredible scenes, and you can tell that John Ledwith, the stadium announcer, was getting into the swing of things there with the count up to 7. But it's just there's just such joy in Paradise this afternoon, Tom.
I actually thought Henrik Larsson was making a wee reappearance. I thought he'd scored a goal or something like that with the celebration there. But yeah, absolutely. We cannot say enough praise to the team for what they've done, but not only that, in the manner of how we have played today, such as the domination that we've had.
Well, the players are starting to make their way around trackside, and I can see from our vantage point that we are going to hear shortly from Diedrich Boyata, his 100th appearance this afternoon, and he was absolutely magnificent, and he is gone trackside to speak with Jerry McCullough. We'll go down there shortly to hear from Diedrich, and we shall go down now. Jerry is with the Century boy, Diedrich Boyata.
I'm here now with one of our 7 in a row heroes, Diedrich Boyata. Fantastic. How does it feel?
Feels great, you know. Everybody was waiting for this day, you know. We didn't manage to do it last week. Today's a great day, and I think everybody's going to enjoy it.
Well done, Diedrich. Thank you very much. Let me just bring in manager Brendan Rodgers. Brendan, what can I say? In your wildest dreams, could you have expected a performance on a day like this?
That was a brilliant performance. I think that we said before the game, it's obviously an emotional day, and it's been a long time, 39 years since Celtic beat Rangers here to win the league. But what was important was our football idea, and we talked before the game. The basic rules of today was make sure we're intense and aggressive in our attack, try and recover the ball as quick as we can, and give your best. And the players were absolutely magnificent, so delighted for them.
It really is difficult to pick out any players who performed better than others. It really was a 5-star performance. But Odsonne Edouard, he's becoming such a big game player for Celtic. You must be delighted for him coming in for Musa.
Well, he's a brilliant player. I think that we've seen that very early on when we come in. So an outstanding talent, and he showed it today again. He's got better and better as the seasons went on.
Fantastic, Brendan, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Manager Brendan Rodgers, their immediate reaction on Celtic TV. Let's join the players as they go around their lap of honour. Let's go back to Paul and to Tom.
Wonderful to hear from Diedrich Boyata, and of course for Brendan Rodgers, and I can only imagine the words of inspiration that he says to those players before a game like this, because there's just something magical about what he has done for this club.
That's absolutely stunning to get to the level of consistency that the players are playing at, and the level that she has certainly on to another championship if we're looking for that magical 10. He has certainly transformed the club and the stature of the club by the players and the manner of how he talked about and listened to him, of how he wants to get his players to play, and being able to control the occasion and what would be a very emotional day, the first opportunity to try and win the championship here since 1979. So he knows all about the history. He's been there, he's part of it, he's been a supporter. Now he is making the history, and he can have an opportunity possibly in a few years to make history that will be remembered and revered for years to come and never be beaten.
I mean, it's incredible when you think, I mean, in this fixture alone, that's 11 games now, 8 wins, 3 draws, 30 goals scored, only 6 conceded. He's now won the first 5 trophies that he's competed for. We've got the Scottish Cup final to look forward to, an invincible treble, the chance of being the first team ever to win back-to-back trebles. It's a remarkable story.
Well, it's just never ending, an ending list. You could write so many stats and figures about how he has produced a level that almost as unsurpassed as the days of probably Jock Stein, and how he got that team to play and obviously produced the big cup, which was all those years ago. But yeah, he's certainly somebody, I think had Brendan not been here, I don't think he'd be sitting doing this in terms of the level of football that is on display. And he's brought in an intelligence to so many players of an understanding of how to play the game, and certainly making it easy for so many others, but making them more comfortable. Every player now has got to be comfortable on the ball. Defenders have not just got to be defenders, they've got to be at times playmakers by getting the ball about and trying to be that extra man that helps, and with the possession, the goalkeeper as well, and Craig certainly added to that. But more importantly, I think that going forward, I think the way the manager has certainly added to the squad, and he'll be looking to strengthen once again what areas. That's the difficulty, but that's for the manager to decide. We have so many opinions about that, but certainly the manager will be the one who will decide who will come and go, and we certainly hope all these players will be retained if we can do that, because we won't get this kind of feeling anywhere else. To be able to stay here at Celtic Park, enjoy what we're on the number 7 today, you can imagine the players who are around for doing that. If you do get to that magical 10, it's a very special moment and a very special time in our history, and only going back to the early 60s, late 60s, 70s, where I think it has been matched.
Well, the Celtic players making their way around just in front of the Jock Stein stand at the moment. They have received a well-deserved standing ovation, obviously for winning the league again, but just even for this performance this afternoon. It's a fixture that we never tire of winning in, and regardless, I mean, every performance just seems to get better. We had the 10 men won 3-2 at Ibrox, we had the 4-0 demolition at Hampden, but this afternoon this was a team, all those players that are out there, Tom, they produced a performance worthy of champions. Well,
it certainly comes with a manager who has certainly got the club at heart, and he's been able to transform those players into a belief, as you say, the pressures that are on you to continually to win trophies and trophies. It's never been done before, a double treble, and so to be able to do that, the opportunity of getting that, it shows the level that Brendan has got these players playing, and the pressures on of going to sit with 10 men. Can you do it again at a neutral venue? They did it. Coming back here to Celtic Park, can you do it again? They've done it again and have not increased those level of performances. But we now know that's the kind of level of performance we can get. We don't want it to stop. As I can just say, Lee Griffiths doing as usual. Being allowed to put a Celtic scarf around. I think this is going to be the crossbar one.
Yeah, excellent. Well, the Celtic players making their way up the tunnel now. And this main stand now applauding each and every one of them, and it's a day to savour for Celtic this afternoon. We are the champions, the 7-in-a-row champions, and we did it in style, beating Rangers 5-0. It's been a great day, Tom, and thanks as always for your company.
It's been a beautiful day, it's been a fabulous day, and it's been a magnificent day. So yeah, here's to number 8, can't wait.
Well, we certainly will be looking for number 8, but this afternoon it was all about the magnificent 7. At one point I think we thought we were going to get 7 goals. 2 goals from Odsonne Edward, James Forrest, Tom Rogic and Callum McGregor were the goal scorers on the day. Wherever you are in the world, I'm sure you're already partying in style, and it was certainly in style that Celtic clinched the 7th consecutive title. As we leave you here from the home of the champions, thanks as always for joining us on Celtic TV. It has finished. The champions 5, Rangers 9.